afternoon. I want to welcome our honorees in particular, and also our guests, faculty, and staff for joining us. Thank you so much for coming to our 2022 William Woods University Senior Honors Ceremony. My name is Dr. Amy Sapp, and I am Vice President and Dean of Academic Affairs. Before we get started, I would like to take just a moment and kind of reflect on how we got here. Because what a difference a year can make. You arrived on campus in August, knowing the year would be a little different, I think. Many of you showed up, I think, maybe you didn't tell me this, but I think many of you showed up with kind of a gambler's mentality. Maybe you were taking bets on how long you'd be here before we sent you home. I am so pleased that we've been here all year and we are gathered together right now for this special occasion. Over the past year, a lot of strange things happened. There were times when people were desperately seeking toilet paper, while you all were desperately seeking internships and jobs. While you were searching for complex answers to problems posed to you in your classes, you were also searching at times probably for the perfect mask to wear that either went with your face or your outfit, or both. And just at a time when we thought you would be growing closer in new relationships and fresh opportunities, we were urging you to keep your distance, wait a little longer, and a little longer, and a little longer. So yes, what a difference a year can make in a person's life. But I want to flip that around for just a moment before we get started, and I want you to think about what a difference a person can make in a year. If you are sitting here with us right now, it's because you made a difference this year. You weathered this crazy storm. You distinguished yourself. You might be a little road weary. Some of you might be absolutely spent. But you crossed the finish line and you did it with style. We know that this might not have been the year you wanted or dreamed of. We know that things have been canceled, things have been changed, and things are a little bit strange. But we also know that you didn't just survive, you thrived, because you would not be here at this ceremony if that was not the case. I want to tell you that in this room are some of the brightest and best faculty around. You know them. They've earned advanced degrees, they've gained valuable experience, and they've advanced their field of study. But not one single one of us has had a student experience like yours. When we were students, we had challenges, certainly, but this year was something more. We asked you to do more, and you stood up, took the challenge, and did it. You will never forget this year, and we will never forget you. As we begin our ceremony, there's just a couple of things I'd like you to keep in mind. First, I want you to be really proud of yourselves. You have proven to be strong and resilient and hopeful, even when things were hard. I want you to stay humble and grateful. If we've learned anything this year, it's how fragile our lives can be and how much grace we all need to be able to make it from one day to the next. And finally, keep in mind that we need each other to make the future better for all of us. We are so grateful for all of you and so excited to honor you this afternoon. You're the best of the best in our graduating class, and you deserve every honor we are about to bestow upon you. I am joined on stage today by several members of our faculty and student life staff who are thrilled to be here to honor you. I'm going to let them introduce themselves as we move through our ceremony this afternoon. But to begin, it is customary for the recipient of the Distinguished Professor Award from the previous year to offer the official welcome at the Senior Honors Ceremony the following year. Last year's winner was Professor Kimberly Keller. Please join me now in welcoming Dr. Keller to the podium to offer your official welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dean Sapp. Hello to everyone, and welcome to the 2021 Honors Convocation. I'd like to say hello to all the amazing faculty. I think you're up there in the balcony. To all the family and friends that were able to attend this evening. But most importantly, I want to say welcome to our amazing students that are being honored here today. I was reminiscing about the first honors convocation I attended back in the spring of 2013. I remembered hearing about this Louise D. Beaumont Dad's Distinguished Professor Award, and I thought to myself two things. One, that's a really long name for an award. And two, wow, how cool would that be to get that award? So you see, this is an award which the students nominate and vote for the faculty they feel is most deserving. Even though I've read the students' responses, I still wonder why my students felt I was worthy of this award. But I hope each and every student that voted for me knows that I will forever be grateful to them for this honor. You see, while 2020 was challenging for us all with the global pandemic, for me, 2019 was my most challenging year. In June, my father passed away after years of illness and being in a nursing home for 9 months. And just when my life was getting back to normal, my mother died on October 1st of that same year, literally right in the middle of the fall semester. Then in the spring, just a week after returning from spring break, of course, COVID hit and William Wood closed, and we all began teaching virtually. So needless to say, with all that happened in the 2019-2020 academic year, I did not think my teaching that academic year was award-worthy. And yet, my students did, and here I am. Students, you are being honored here today because of your hard work, your intelligence, your service to our campus and community, and for being amazing people. I am honored to be giving this welcome speech, even though I debated heavily what to say and was nervous about staying in my time limit. Then I remembered that other people, when they gave speeches, they simply gave out random advice and quoted famous people. Pretty easy protocol to follow. I could do that. So here is my attempt. In science, the first thing we like to do is define things. So for me, I defined advice as a form of nostalgia. Dispensing it is a way of retrieving the past, wiping it off, painting over the ugly parts, and then recycling it for all that it is worth. As a biologist, which is what I'm used to talking about, I can tell you that science is based on facts, experience, and experiments. It is repeatable and constantly being tested to make sure it is correct. Science is reliable. Science is factual. Now, the rest of advice I'm about to provide is not as reliable as science. It is simply based on my own experiences and my often wandering thoughts. Are you ready? All right. I will now dispense my advice to you. Always be willing to share your knowledge with others in a way that is kind, considerate, and helpful. Because when we all understand something, then we all win in the end. Remember, the best way to truly learn something is to teach others. Ask any faculty who's designed a new course. Always help others whenever and however you can, whether that is with your money, your time, or through your talents. Remember, it costs nothing to be kind to others, and I can tell you firsthand that a friendly smile can totally change a person's day. Get to know your parents. I mean, really get to know your parents. Take the time to understand where they came from, the struggles they encountered, and write down as many of their stories and memories as you can, because you never know when they'll be gone for good. Know that it is a fact that friends will come and go throughout your life, so be sure to keep your true friends close to your heart, because those precious few will be your rock through the toughest of times. They will make you laugh when you really want to cry, and they will make you laugh so hard that you actually do cry. And if you laugh too much, you actually pee a little bit. Those friends will be by your side through the best of times and in the height of your success. They will keep you humble, and they will keep you grounded. They will be your biggest they will be your biggest fans and pick you up, reminding you of how amazing and great you are during the times you are at your lowest and worst. So be sure to hold on to those precious few, for they are truly life's precious treasures. Make time for tea with others. On a cold day, the tea will warm your body, and the company will warm your heart. Speaking of hearts, don't be reckless with other people's hearts, and definitely don't put up with people who are reckless with yours. You are a unique individual. Find others who see and value that uniqueness and love you for exactly who you are. Remember to be kind. Be kind to everyone. Try not to worry about the future. I know that really isn't easy in this day and age. I simply said try. After you graduate from William Woods, some of you already know what you're going to be doing. You'll be continuing on with your education, or some of you already have amazing jobs all lined up. And yet, there's probably some of you that don't have a clue what you want to do next. I'm here to say that both of those options are totally okay. Do not feel guilty if you don't know what you want to do with your life. Take a gap year and figure out what is the best path for you. I took a gap year. Well, if I'm perfectly honest with all of you, I actually took 5 gap years after I graduated with my undergraduate degree before going back to graduate school. And I think in terms of life and my career, I'm doing all right. So it's okay to take that gap year, or 4 or 5. My mom used to say I was a perfectionist and my own toughest critic. So my advice to all the other perfectionists out there, and I know there are several sitting out there, if you're going to be your own critic, then also do your best to be your own biggest fan. You are never too old to learn. Be open to learning new things, and may you always have a passion for knowledge. Remember, there is a time to be serious and a time to let loose and have fun. Be sure to have fun. Even if you're one of those type A personalities that needs to put it in your planner, then plan a time for fun. Set a time aside to laugh, have fun, and let loose. Life is way too short to be serious all the time. Since October of 2019, I've realized a few things. First, I have the most amazing, loving, and caring partner. She gets my nerdiness, understands my absent-minded professor tendencies, and loves me, and even thinks I'm funny 99% of the time. I was blessed with an amazing family, even though I am still irritated that my brother won the genetic probability jackpot and received all of the tall alleles. I have the most amazing friends, those precious few I spoke of, who got me through 2019 and through this crazy pandemic. I work with some of the most amazing people. I'm extremely grateful for my colleagues in my department. Sarah, I saw you up there. Robin, you're back there. Thank you so much. You know you did so much for me during that year. The colleagues in my school and across the various disciplines here at William Woods. All of the faculty here at William Woods are amazing, and every single faculty, you inspire me daily to be a better teacher. Lastly, but certainly the most important, is that we have the most amazing students at this university. And I'll admit, I am a bit biased to our biology majors. When I came back after my mother's funeral, the outpouring of love, support, and kindness I got from my students was what got me through the fall semester and the spring semester, and actually, let's be honest, through this crazy 2021 year. By being open to learning, my students have taught me so much. They've taught me how to be truly a good person. They taught me what the must-see movies are and what shows to stream, which is very important during quarantine. How to be your authentic self. How to be a geeky nerd and be absolutely proud of it. How to push through and get things done, even if it's hard, and you really don't want to do it. I learned the value of taking care of myself, watching them take care of their self. I tried to learn a little French. I do mean a little French. Vive la resistance and merci to my students that taught me. I would say the response to merci, but I never learned that. That was too hard for me. So thank you to the students who attempted that feat. I learned to listen better and started saying, I get it, and really meaning that I got it. During this crazy 2021 academic year, my students reminded me how important it is to laugh, to smile, to take a walk on a really nice day, especially if it's during class time, and to joke around. These amazing students provided me a chance to learn and grow, and for that, I am forever grateful to them. So trust me, the irony of me receiving the Distinguished Professor Award for teaching for a year when my students taught me so much more is not lost on me. No speech is complete without a quote. So I want to quote my favorite scientist, the amazing Rosalind Franklin. Science and everyday life cannot and should not be separated. Science, for me, gives a partial explanation of life. And so far as it goes, it is based on fact, experience, and experiment. I agree that faith is essential to success in life, but I do not accept your definition of faith, i.e., belief in life after death. In my view, all that is necessary for faith is the belief that by doing our best, we shall come nearer to success, and that success in our aims, the improvement of the lot of mankind, present and future, is worth attaining. Rosalind Franklin in a letter to her father, Ellis Franklin, summer of 1940. She's amazing. So I would be dismissed if I didn't talk a little science during this. I feel it's important to let you all know that humans are genetically 99.9% identical. You should also know that the human genome is approximately 3 billion bases. So even a 0.1% difference translates into 3 million differences. Therefore, you are each truly unique. So my advice to you all, embrace those 3 million differences, because they are what make you uniquely you. But today isn't just about me giving awesome advice to you. It is about honoring our students. My sincerest congratulations to all of the winners here today. You deserve it. You worked hard. Thank you each for embracing what makes you uniquely honorable and distinguished to us here at William Woods. Whether that is your intelligence, your hard work, your service and charitable nature, your amazing resilience, or your hard work ethic. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you so much.
My glasses unfog here. Good evening, I'm Benita Mitchell. I am the Dean of Student Life. Welcome and congratulations. We are going to start the awards this evening with the OWL Achievement Awards. The recipients of our first award, the OWL Achievement Award, are selected for both their outstanding wisdom and their variety of leadership contributions while a student here at William Woods. Consideration for this award is given to the student's scholarship ability, their participation and leadership in co-curricular activities in a variety of areas, their positive citizenship, and support of William Woods community. This year, you should be extra proud of yourselves. Your achievements have excelled in spite of being forced to resiliently juggle 3 semesters during a global pandemic, as Dr. Sapp said. When I call your name, you will come to the stage on this side and cross to the table where Rosie will have your award waiting on the table. You'll pick it up. And please pause between the two plants to have your photo taken. So we're not handshaking, but we are bringing you to the stage for the honor. So we are going to start with Meredith Aguato. Come on. You're okay. You're okay. You have to get it right because everybody's going to follow you. Oh, Rosie's already slyly snuck it up there. You'll grab it off the table and then they'll. You got it. Emma Cunningham. Shannon Cunningham. Kate Deerhoff. Congratulations. Kimberly Gasson. Should be Kara Jeffers. Elizabeth Kasupke. Congratulations. Julia Lafarth. Congratulations. Emily Mannion. Claire McDonald. Congratulations. Catherine McDonald. Michaela Schaefer. Veronica Townsend. Kylie Zamboni Cutter. Congratulations. I'll now bring Lacey Sweeten Randall to the stage to present the Cockrell Award.
Good evening. Both the Cockrell and the Mcnutt Award recipients are selected from a list of December and May graduating seniors that submitted their resume and a list of co-curricular activities to the Office of Student Life. Members of the Student Life staff then review the information and narrow the pool to those students that meet the criteria for each award. Next, additional staff in and outside of the Office of Student Life review, rank, and recommend our award recipients. Both awards recognize students for their success in and outside of the classroom. Tonight I'll be giving the Cockrell. This specific award is presented to a graduating senior who represents the following 5 qualities. Excels both socially and academically, has participated successfully in a variety of campus activities with a record of offices and leadership, as well as general membership, has held some honors and membership within honorary organizations, exemplifies outstanding campus citizenship with contributions to society, and exhibits loyalty to the university and its policies and a genuine regard for others in his or her personal relationships. Our award recipient tonight exhibits all of these qualities and more. During her time at William Woods, she was involved in many activities, such as Chi Omega, Omicron Delta Kappa, President's 20, Biology Club, and Tri Beta Honorary. She held leadership roles in many of these organizations and was a founding member of GUIDE, Greeks United for Inclusion, Diversity, and Equity. I am so glad to say I have had the privilege of knowing this amazing young woman and for being able to work with her for not 1, but 2 years as a chapter president of her sorority, the Tau Theta chapter of Chi Omega. A 2-term chapter president is quite the feat in itself, but add in that one of these years, she was leading her peers through a global pandemic, and it's even more impressive. Her even-tempered, soft-spoken leadership never lacked strength, competence, or conviction. Through our 2 years of weekly meetings, she rarely needed my help and is self-driven enough to champion any cause with a servant's heart. I always look forward to seeing her smiling face in the office and appreciate the hard work and dedication she puts into all endeavors. A good example is just last month, we were looking for someone to take the lead for our Order of Omega honorary, and true to form, she was the one that stepped up, managed the entire membership process without me even having to really think about it, and did so in the last semester of her senior year, when many might have chosen to take a break from all the leading and organizing they had done in the past 3.5 semesters. I have truly enjoyed working with her and am proud of her and the impact she left on both our fraternity sorority community and our William Woods community. In addition to this out of the classroom involvement, our award recipient tonight has also maintained academics as her top priority. Through her time at William Woods, she managed a pre-med major with 3 minors, all while maintaining a 3.86 GPA, and creating a rapid detection tool for Streptococcus equi, and I bet she knows what that means. She has been accepted into a PhD in pharmacology and toxicology program at the University of Texas Medical Branch as the David and Janet Niesel Presidential Scholar. So we will be calling her Dr. Fort Miller soon. In closing, I would like to congratulate Emma Fort Miller as a well-deserved recipient of the Cockrell Award. Emma, you're an outstanding young woman, and we're excited to see what you will accomplish next. Please come to the stage. And I will pass it to Travis for our Mcnutt Award.
The Mcnutt Award is presented to the graduating senior who best exemplifies the spirit and the qualities of Amy Shelton Mcnutt, an alumna of William Woods University, in whose honor the award is named. The spirit and qualities of Amy Shelton Mcnutt include such things as selfless devotion and service to others without thought of award, the idea that's better to give than to receive, interest in doing things to help others who will follow, interest in all types of volunteering, including organized community and philanthropic services, as well as engagement in a wide variety of diverse activities on our campus. And then positively embracing William Woods University with a sense of pride and desire to share the joy of our campus community to others. The list of those who have won this award on campus in the past is impressive, and this year's recipient is equally so. If I were to read you all of this students' accolades and achievements, we would not only miss the Ivy ceremony, you would miss dinner, and you would miss graduation tomorrow. I will only tell you, please take the time to carefully read the list of what the student has accomplished during his time. Trust me, the student has done it all, and he's done it remarkably well, with a great concern for others, a great respect. I had the joy of knowing him as a student his first semester on our campus. Also had the joy of traveling with him to Japan, and him being a selfless, considerate person to others, he showed me how to find conveyor belt sushi deep in the heart of Tokyo. He's been involved in everything, championing our DECA squad, also serving as an ambassador to our admissions department, serving on President's 20, and finding so many ways to get involved and to make our university a much better place. I know the music comes on in 2 minutes, so 2 minutes is almost up. So with that said, I'm happy to announce that the Oscar for Best Performance as a Amy Shelton Mcnutt Award winner goes to Ben Schmiemeyer. Ben, we thank you for your incredible support of our university, the way you've carried yourself while you're here. We wish you the very best. And at this time, we will have the recognition of academic accomplishments.
As we move through our academic awards this afternoon, I just want to bring your attention to the Signatures of Excellence booklet. All of you should have received one of these when you entered the auditorium. Take some time to read through it. There's a lot of really impressive information in here. I want to highlight just a few things to bring to your attention as we begin the academic awards. On pages 10 through 12 of this book, you will see some of the honors and awards that our outstanding faculty received in the past year. I encourage you to read over that carefully. I think you'll be very impressed. Pages 18 to 21 list the students who are on the Dean's List. Full-time students who achieve a 3.6 cumulative grade point average are named to the Dean's List each semester. For the students in the crowd, if you are currently on the Dean's List and you're in attendance, please stand for a moment to be recognized. Thank you. William Woods University Honors Scholars are students who meet specific academic criteria, allowing them the opportunity to participate in our honors program. A full list of these students can be found on page 22. In addition to our honors program, William Woods University also hosts chapters of 16 different national honor societies. Student members of these societies are often the highest achieving students in their academic disciplines. Information on those societies can be found on pages 22 to 25 in the Signatures book. If you are an honors scholar or a member of an honors society, will you please stand to be recognized? Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Greg Smith, Associate Professor of English and Chair of the William Woods University Mentor-Mentee Committee, and I'm here to recognize the undergraduate research projects for the last academic year. And I have to say before I start that it's been a long time since I've got up in front of a room full of people and talked without something on my face. So if I falter a little bit going through my presentation here, I apologize in advance. In support of our commitment to a progressive and pragmatic educational experience which readies students for future professional and academic endeavors, William Woods University offers two distinct collaborative research opportunities at the undergraduate level. First, as made possible by a generous gift from Clark and Mildred Cox, the Cox Endowed Professorship in Science provides funds for faculty-student research pairings in leading areas of chemistry, biology, physical geography, mathematics, and physics. Next, the Mentor-Mentee program provides interested faculty and students with occasion and means to conduct advanced scholarly and creative projects across the academic curriculum. In both cases, faculty-student pairings explore complex issues and nuances in their respective fields and then present findings and achievements communally through such means as lead scholarship events, art exhibits, website or application launches, academic conferences, and professional publications. This year's dedicated participants and their innovative, exceptional projects constitute a visionary collective we are proud to celebrate, especially considering the challenges presented by this past year. As the names of the projects and the participants are read, we ask that those participants who are present today stand and remain standing until the list is complete. We also kindly ask that applause be held until all participants are standing, at which point we will recognize the group as a whole. This year's projects and participants are as follows. First, the Cox Research Project, entitled Electromagnetic Induction Linear Accelerator, directed by faculty Dr. Sean Baldridge and assisted by student collaborator Connor Poulsen. Next, our Mentor-Mentee project for the year is entitled Sportsmanship in Middle School Students, led by faculty mentor Dr. Timothy Hanrahan and assisted by student mentee Roberto Sanchez. Honorable guests, these are your 2020-2021 academic year William Woods University faculty student undergraduate research teams. Please give them a hand. Thank you.
Faculty members from each academic discipline are invited to designate one graduating senior as a distinguished scholar. While eligibility requires a minimum grade point average of 3.4, most faculty consider many other relevant academic factors in the selection process. The Distinguished Scholars list can be found on page 13 in your signatures booklet. I have asked school directors to call students to the stage to receive these awards, beginning with Dr. Forsha from Business and Technology.
Good evening, everybody. It is my pleasure to announce two distinguished scholars from the School of Business and Technology. The first being our distinguished scholar in accounting, Abigail Bartlett. And second is our distinguished scholar in business administration, Anna Zavala. All right. So I will be followed by Dr. Jim Concannon, who is the director of the School of Education.
Hello, my name is Jim Concannon. It is a distinct pleasure for the School of Education to announce 4 distinguished scholars. The first distinguished scholar is Adriana Cody from elementary education, majoring in elementary education. Our second distinguished scholar is Grace Meinhardt, majoring in English education, secondary education. Congratulations. Our third distinguished scholar in the School of Education is Roberto Duro Sanchez. I do not believe Roberto's here. He is currently in Spain. And our last distinguished scholar is Michaela Schaefer, majoring in art education, certifying in K-12 art ed. Congratulations.
Good evening. I'm Jenny Pedersen, the director of the School of Equestrian Studies, and I'm pleased to be presenting the Distinguished Scholars for Equestrian Studies. Our first for Equestrian Science is Leslie Reynolds. And for Equine General Studies, Morgan Crooks. And for Equine Administration, Carly Sukert. She's working in the barn. And I'd like to welcome to the podium Dr. Eric Hills-Kemper, Director, School of Humanities.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to introduce 3 distinguished scholars for the School of Humanities, the first of which, in the discipline of theater, is Emma Cunningham. The distinguished scholar in the field of ASL studies, Brianna Devillano. And our third distinguished scholar in the field of interpretation studies, ASL to English, Lydia Rogers. It's now my pleasure to introduce the director of the School of Science and Health, Dr. Robin Hirsch Jacobson.
Good evening, and I'm excited to be able to announce the 3 distinguished scholars from the School of Science and Health. First, in biology, Emma Fortmiller. Distinguished Scholar in Exercise Science, Benjamin Farrell. And Distinguished Scholar in Mathematics, Aurora Henriksen, who, Norway, I'm thinking, is in Norway, I'm sure watching live. And now we'll welcome Dr. Caroline Boyer, Director of the School of Social Sciences.
Good evening. I'm excited to be announcing the Distinguished Scholars for the School of Social Sciences. The Distinguished Scholar for Communication is Kara Jeffers. The Distinguished Scholar for Psychology is Haley Hartman. And the Distinguished Scholar for Social Work is Kendall DeWine.
Okay, we have 3 individual awards remaining, and they're 3 big ones. The next award for the afternoon is the Distinguished Professor Award. Past recipients of this award are listed on page 9 in your signatures book. Each year since 1968, the students of William Wood University have selected a faculty member to receive the Louis D. Beaumont Dads Association Distinguished Professor of the Year Award. It is precisely because this is an award given by students that it means so much to the faculty who receive it. Receiving this award carries a $3,000 honorarium and is frequently considered the greatest honor a William Woods faculty member can receive. I realize many of our faculty are in the balcony, but will past recipients of this award please stand for a moment for recognition. It's always really interesting for me to receive the nominations from students initially and then to receive the selection from students. I love reading the high praise that all of you give to your faculty. Some people are just really amazing teachers, and I know all of you who are students in the room right now know exactly who those people are. But in order for the rest of you to truly understand why the students selected the award winner for this year, I would like to take just a moment to read a few of the student comments from the nominations for this year's recipient. This professor excels in communication with students. This professor is very understanding of our needs and teaches in a way that is conducive to our learning and growth. This professor involves all students and their opinions in our learning. Items are always graded on a fair scale, and all of our work relates back to our personal goals. As a class, we are allowed to debate and discuss important topics. Sometimes we vote on the topics and examples to illustrate our learning outcomes. And finally, maybe my favorite, this professor's classes are an amazing place for growth. So straight from the mouths of our students, I hope that helps you understand why they chose the recipient that they did this year. So at this time, it is my distinct honor to announce that the 2021 Louis D. Beaumont Dads Association Distinguished Professor of the Year Award goes to Dr. Eric Hilskemper. Our 2 remaining awards are student awards that are not specific to a discipline. One thing that makes these awards special is that the entire faculty assembly of the university votes on the selected recipients. Information on this year's recipients can be found on pages 14 and 15 of your signatures book. First is the Service Learning Award. The Service Learning Award is presented to the graduating senior who has best demonstrated a heart for the service of others. This student is passionate about the causes for which they tirelessly devote their time. While this student may have given some time as a requirement of a course or organization, their commitment must extend far beyond that which is required. It is my honor to present the 2021 Service Learning Award to Emma Fortmiller. Lastly is our Faculty Award. The Faculty Award is the highest honor we bestow upon a student. It is presented to the graduate magna cum laude or summa cum laude who, in the estimation of the faculty of the university, has evidenced exemplary devotion and commitment to the life of the mind. It is my honor to present the 2021 Faculty Award to Emma Cunningham.
I want to conclude our ceremony today by thanking our graduates for choosing William Woods University for their education. And I want to thank their families for supporting them in that decision. If you are in this room, you clearly committed to making the most of your experience here. I hope you continue to be curious, continue to be compelled to learn above the bar, and I hope you continue to seek involvement in things that improve both your life and the lives of others. Tomorrow, you step on a path towards your next challenge, equipped with knowledge, experience, and a university full of faculty and staff that are cheering for you. Congratulations. And now, I want everyone to remain seated, but I would like Dr. Tom Frankman to stand and Lacey Sweeten Randall to go down. We are going to remain seated while we get our graduates out of the door so they can line up for the ivy ceremony. Please remain seated. We'll dismiss by rows and then segments for our guests. Go ahead, Tom.